lot of experience. But Swamiji has this beautiful ability. We just were fortunate. CCMT Kowan had that camp in Vibhooti. Yeah. And Swamiji is well versed in English and Hindi. And he's hilarious, by the way. So profound insights. Swamiji is able to put it very simply. And even his bhajans are. We're going to hear them today, so I'm looking forward to it. It's going to see the harmonium. So we are all we're all looking forward to hearing what Swamiji has to say today. Thank you so much, Swamiji, for being here with us and for imparting the great knowledge of our scriptures. On behalf of Chinmaya Seva Center, I now call back Avanti to come and challenge Swamiji.
Kindly switch off or turn your mobile phones to silent mode. Thank you.
गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं। सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। Hari Om and good morning to all of you. Invoking Pujya Gurudev's blessings and God's grace, we start our morning class, which is on a very, very beautiful text, which is known as NirvanaShatakam. This NirvanaShatakam is composed by none other than Adi Shankaracharya ji. And Shankaracharya has composed so many texts. I am sure you must have studied some of them. And the beauty of Shankaracharya is he can write a book of small size. At the same time, he can write a commentary on Brahma Sutra also. He has written commentary on Upanishads, 10 Upanishads. Then he has written Vivek Chudamani, more than 500 verses. Then he has written many Panchakam, Shatakam, Ashtakam, Dhanyashtakam, Manisha Panchakam. Then he has written Ekashloki also. Entire Vedant is put in one verse only. Ekashloki. Now the text which we are going to study, it has got 6 verses. That's why it is known as Shatakam, NirvanaShatakam. Otherwise it is known as Atma Shatakam. There are 2 names of this book. And this small text, if you see the number of verses, only 6 verses. But the meaning, if you see, it is very, very deep and very subtle. Before going into main text, I will just introduce this topic and then we will enter into the original text. When we look at our life, we see that life is a flowing thing. It is a journey. It is a moving thing. That's why this life is called as Jivanam. Jivanam it is a flow. It is not a stagnant thing. When I move through time and space and different circumstances and situations, then that thing is called the life. Is it true or not? Every day we are passing through different circumstances. It is like a river flowing through the banks. And the person who is experiencing this life is known as Jiva, individual being. That's why the definition of Jiva is Jivati iti Jivaha. One who is living is called Jiva. And the process, the thing, is known as Jivanam. Now the next point, when you see that, oh, life is a moving thing, it is a journey. If there is a journey, then there has to be some goal of that journey. Whenever we travel, we are very clear where we are going. What is our destination? What is our goal? So what is the goal of this life? If life is a journey, there has to be a goal. When I am traveling but not reaching anywhere, then that is not called a journey. It is called as wandering. In wandering also I move, but reach nowhere. But when I travel, when I say, oh, it is a journey, immediately, the thought is very clear that yes, I will reach to this point. Like a river, when it is flowing, the final destination is ocean. If I board a train, final destination is some station, some city. So if life is a moving thing, if it is a journey, if it is not a wandering, then what is the goal? And I am sure all of you know what is the goal of life, because you have been listening to Vedantic talks, so it is not a new thing. In Sanskrit it is called as Smaraye Natu Shikshaye. I am reminding you of that goal, not teaching or telling you something new. So all of you know the goal of life is happiness, and that too permanent happiness. But I read a beautiful acronym of this word goal, GOAL. The full form of goal is getting over all limitations. GOAL. Getting over all limitations. We don't want to be bound. We want to free ourselves. And wherever there is a freedom, there is a happiness. And I don't want to be happy for a moment or at particular place. I want that happiness to be all the time. It should be with me. And that's why in Sanskrit the word is Paramananda. You must have heard this, Paramananda. Paramananda is actually short form of permanent Ananda. Do you know? Permanent Ananda becomes Paramananda. Now, okay, goal is Paramanand, immortal, changeless, everlasting happiness. Now the next point is, why I want this happiness? So if you start analyzing point by point, then everything will be very clear. First I started that what is life? Life is a journey. If it is a journey, it has to have some destination. When I think over that, then I come to know happiness is my final destination or goal. Whatever I am doing, it is only for getting more and more happiness. You have come here not for listening to my talk, but actually through talks you want to enjoy. Is it true or not? If you don't enjoy, then tomorrow I will be alone here. So happiness brings, that person to particular place or to particular person. Happiness is the main motivator, you can say. So if that happiness I want, then the next question comes. A rational mind, he has many questions. He says, why I want to be happy? The next thing. And that too permanently I want to be happy. Why? So answer, I think you know. Our nature is of happiness. And that nature prompts us to again come back to, our own nature. In this world also we see each and every object wants to regain its original nature. Why water is flowing all the time downward direction? Why river is flowing towards ocean? Why the flame is always going up? Where is nature? Everything in this world. If you put a bird in the cage, it wants to come out, wants to flee, because to remain in the cage is not its nature, it is against its nature. So if I am struggling to get more and more happiness, it indicates, it shows that somewhere my nature should be of happiness. Okay. If that nature were something else, then I would have tried to get that. But my each and every action, indicates that I am of the nature of happiness, because everything I am doing for happiness. People get married also for getting happiness. They divorce also for getting happiness. Everything. They are eating something for happiness. They are living something for happiness. And that too permanent happiness. That is very interesting thing. In outer world we get happiness, no doubt. But that is very momentary, fleeting, temporary. Guruji says beautifully, he says, one person got, permanent job in temporary bank. So this is exactly same thing. I want permanent happiness from temporary world. The world is of the nature of, momentary existence. But I don't want that. So if I want permanent happiness, it is proved that my nature has to be of that. And it is manifested, expressed through different, actions and activities. Now further, if you analyze, if my nature is of happiness, then why I am sorrowful? If my nature is of, peace and joy, then why I am worrying all the time? Or why there is a existence of, sorrow in our life? It is like if sweetness is the nature of that sugar, at any time you eat, it will be sweet only. Whether you eat it in the India or in America or Singapore or in daytime, night time, it will always taste sweet because it is the nature. The definition of nature is that which remains forever with it. That is called nature. So if I am of the nature of bliss, because just I have, seen, if I am of the nature of that happiness, then why I am unhappy? I should always be what? Smiling, laughing, dancing, not dancing, but at least I should experience that happiness all the time. Like sweet. When sugar is there, sweetness is there. If you put that sugar mix that sugar into mirchi also, it will never leave its nature. So if my nature is of bliss, why I am unhappy? This is the next question. So all our Rishi Munis, they contemplated upon this point, and what they came out, what they found, that though my nature is this, but because of impurities, because of many obstacles, somehow I have forgotten my nature. And completely my nature is veiled, covered. And that's why I am sorrowful, I am not happy. And they say there are three types of, you can say, impurities. Anybody can say? Mala, Vikshep, Avaran. These terms are, I think, you are familiar with these terms. Mala means impurities of mind. Vikshep means distractions. When I am unable to focus or concentrate at one point, this is called Vikshep, distractions. And third is ignorance, Avaran. So, Mala, Vikshep, Avaran. Because of these three coverings, three veilings, I am unable to appreciate this thought that I am of the nature of happiness. Mala, Vikshep, Avaran. Now, what is the remedy for it? What is the solution? How to remove this? So, Mala or the impurities are removed by performing, selfless action. Undertaking actions without expecting the fruits of that result. Just for the sake of, God, when I do, then that brings purity in my mind. And it is not a theoretical thing you must have seen. You all are working for mission because you are getting happiness and joy. Not money or any other, outer worldly thing. So, Nishkam karma brings purity it is a known thing. In the same way, this distraction, that is the second obstacle, which is known as vikshepa, it is removed by performing, upasanas. Upasanas means sitting in front of Lord and thinking of Lord, doing some japa, meditating on His form, in chanting form. Then what happens? My mind, which is completely distracted, can be brought to one point. So upasana, by doing upasana, I develop concentration. And my vikshepa, distraction, is completely removed. Okay, so by nishkam karma, I develop purity. By upasana, I develop concentration. But still, the final, obstacle still remain, and that is ignorance or covering over the self. So that is removed by, they say, listening. Sravanam. And there is a difference between listening and hearing. Difference? Hearing is done by ears only, but listening is done by mind. When mind is behind my ear, then that is called Sravanam. Otherwise it is Shayanam only. So first and foremost, means to remove ignorance is listening. And Sravanam is the gateway, to get knowledge. That's why they say, Prathama Bhagati Santanakar Sangha. In Navida Bhakti also it is said. And in Upanishad, in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad also, it is said, Atma Vare Srotavya. One must listen to this text, this subject. By reading, you don't get self-realization. Listening only. That's why tad viddhi pranipahathena pariprashnena sevaya. Upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. Bhagavad Gita also says same thing. That seeker must approach a teacher and sit at his feet and then listen to it. So, Sravanam. When I listen to this topic or this subject, slowly the veil or the covering gets removed. I get clarity, oh, I am that. Slowly, because in listening, the speaker explains that topic with the help of logics, reasoning, examples. So slowly I become clear about that topic. That's why they say Ajnana Nivrutti happens. In Sanskrit it is called Ajnana Nivrutti. Then after the talk or after that session or after the listening, when I sit alone and start thinking, let me again think what I heard. Then what happens? Some things are very clear, but about some thoughts or some, corners are not very clear. Some doubts come. They rise. Then to remove that, they say we must discuss or we must contemplate, reflect upon that where you have doubt. That is called mananam. I think you must have heard about this. By mananam, we remove all the doubts. When we listen, we think that yes, everything is absolutely clear, no doubt. But the moment we come out and start thinking, oh, then half of the time we don't remember what we have heard. But if we try to remember, then, oh, how is that? Why is that? So doubts, they keep popping up. But by reflecting upon that, we can remove that. That's why Pujya Gurudev started this study group, this concept of study. Study group what? It is a Manan group. We reflect upon particular text and topic. Once the doubts are clear, then one more obstacle is there, and that is known as Viparita Bhavana, erroneous notion, wrong notions about myself. And that is, I am this body, I am an individual being. Now see, theoretically and intellectually I am very clear that I am Satchidananda. I am, formless, colorless, birthless. I am that all-pervasive consciousness, all-pervading. I am very clear intellectually, but I have not experienced it. So for that, they say we must sit and meditate. So that's how the Nididhyasan come into the picture. So first listening, then reflecting upon it, and then meditating. This is the path of, the spirituality. And before Sravana Manana, we should purify ourselves by karma and upasana. So by karma and upasana, I prepare myself, and that ignorance, the final layer of, my personality is removed by Sravana Manana Nididhyasana. Now in meditation, I just see myself. In meditation, I don't have to do anything. I just see what I am. Whatever has been taught, I just try to see myself. That's why you must have heard about Gurudev's statement, meditation is not a verb, it is a noun. And Pujya Guruji also, in one of his texts on meditation, he has written, Dhyanam nama swarupasya sahajam bhanam. What is meditation? He says, swarupasya sahajam bhanam. Just looking at your true nature, being in true nature is meditation. That's why once Pujya Gurudev asked Pujya Gurudev, how long I should meditate? You must have heard it. Pujya Gurudev said 24/7. How can 24 hours? If meditation is an action, then certainly it is impossible. But meditation is a state, then we can remain in that state. So this continuous awareness that I am that, is called as meditation. Are you getting what I am saying? So once that meditation happens, then that person is fully established in the true nature. And then after meditation also, he is completely aware about his real identity. He doesn't have to declare or proclaim, but he experiences within that I am that. That's why there are 3 statements about Sravan, Manan and Nididhyasana. They say, I do not know what is self. So I do not know is removed by listening. Because I come to know, oh, I am Satchidananda. I am consciousness, I am existence. How I came to know? By listening. So I don't know is removed by Sravanam. I don't understand is removed by Mananam. I have heard, but still there are doubts, there are questions, queries. They will be removed by Mananam, by reflection. And I don't experience. This is the main complaint of people. We have been listening, but we are not experiencing. So I don't experience. This is removed by meditation. Now, this text is about a person who has gone through all this and finally he is reveling in that true nature. And that's why Shankaracharya ji says that now I have come to know, I have understood, I have realized who I am. And just he declares, and what he says, Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. So it is a revelation, a realized person's revelation. He is reveling in his blissful nature. That revelation is put up in these 6 verses. And this is a very, very famous text. I am sure all of you must have heard this. And it is a song of a realized person, you can say. But the people who are on this path and who have done Shravan Mananam, it is very, very helpful for them. But of course, who has not done, preparations, and suddenly if he reads, then he will be confused. Because it is said, Chidananda Rupa Shiva, I am that bliss and I am consciousness. He said, I am an engineer, I am a doctor. How are you saying? I am something new, something different you are talking about me. So a person who doesn't have that background, he cannot understand it. Now, if you look at the Sanskrit, it is so simple. Words are not, complicated. This Shankaracharya's beauty. His words are so, sweet and very simple. Even in Bhaj Govindam and other texts also you see, everybody can sing that. So here also, simple words. Mana, Buddhi, Ahankara, Chitta, etc. But the meaning, if you see it, is very, very deep. Now, as I said, it is a declaration of that realized person about himself, who I am and who I am not. There are 4 lines in each verse, and first 3 lines is of the negation. What I am not. So not. And then finally who I am. That has been said in the last line. So this is the background of this text. It is very helpful for meditation. All these are meditative verses, in fact. Really speaking, we should not give talks on this. It is more of meditation. But of course, if you know the meaning of each and every word, and then you meditate with the help of these 6 words, definitely that meditation is more powerful, more successful. So that's why we should understand the meaning also. Now we will chant it, and we will go into the first verse. Mano buddhya hankara chitta ninaham. Mano buddhya hankara chitta ninaham. Na cha srotra jingve, na cha grana netre. Srotra jingve, na cha grana netre. Na cha vyoma bhumi, na tejo na vayu. Chidananda Rupah Shivoham Shivoham. Chidananda Rupah Shivoham Shivoham. Shivoham Shivoham. You must have experienced by singing itself, we can go into that mood of meditation. So here he says, Chidananda Rupah Shivoham Shivoham. The realized person said, I am of the nature of Ananda, Ananda Rupa, bliss. I am consciousness, Chit, and I am auspiciousness. I am of the nature of auspiciousness, Shivoham. So 3 words have been given by him. Now this is our real identity, you can say. Today, what we are experiencing about ourselves, or what is our identity today? I am engineer, I am doctor, I am husband, I am wife, I am... There is a long list. And every moment my identity is changing. For example, at this moment, if someone asks, who are you? So you are all listeners. In Sanskrit, it is called as Srota. You all are Srota, not Sota. Maybe somebody, early morning they have to get up and... So, Srota, Sota, and one person is called Sarota also. Sarota means, that nutcracker. While listening to talk, he keeps on, talking within himself. Whatever has been said is wrong. Swamiji is not talking right. That is called nutcracker. Anyway, I hope you all are Srota. So at this moment your identity is Srota. Who I am? I am speaker. But when I go to some hotel, or when I go for some lunch or eating food, that time I am Bhokta. Identity is changed. So who are you? I am Bhokta. When you are traveling, then you are a passenger. And immediately, I am passenger. Where is my seat? That time you are not doctor, engineer or anything. You are passenger at that moment. When you go to office, you are manager. But when you come back to home, you are no more manager because another manager is sitting in that. So you are simple husband. So like that, identity goes on changing. When a person gets married, then he becomes husband, and that lady or that girl becomes what? Wife. When they are blessed with some child, then they become father and mother. To one child, somebody asks, how old is your father? He said, 10-year-old only. He said, how come 10? He said, because of me he became father. Before me he was simple husband only. But now, so that fatherhood came because of that child. So if you see, everything is relative, and in the context of something, you have to tell your identity, and it keeps on changing. That's why one Zen master says that we put so many masks on ourselves, and then we interact in the world. But in meditation, we remove all the masks and try to see our real identity or true nature. Here this realized person, he has understood, oh, this is my true nature. That's why he says, I am not just a human being. I am not man or woman. I am not a young or old individual, but I am that consciousness. I am consciousness, Chit. And consciousness means what? I am aware of my existence. That awareness is consciousness. See, what is the difference between inanimate and animate? What is the difference between non-living and living beings? Living beings, they are aware of, their existence. So I am not only an existence, but I am aware of my existence. So when I exist, then I say I am Sat. But when I know that I am existing, then I am consciousness. So Chaitanya. The sign of consciousness is awareness. So please note it. Many people think that sign of consciousness is being active. Activity is not a sign of consciousness. Because all inert things also are very active and dynamically they are functioning. For example, river is flowing. Then, all the machines, they are working. So activity is there. But they cannot be called as Chaitanya or a living being. Consciousness is missing in them. So, this I am aware, consciousness is there, but it is not manifested. That way also you can see. Because that mind is not there. The equipment or instrument through which that consciousness is expressed is absent in all inert things. But a human being, not only he exists, but he knows that he is existing. That's why in that Advait Makaran, one beautiful text, the very first line, very well, is written by author. There he says, Aham asmi sadabhami kadachin naham apriya. I am and I know that I am. Aham asmi. And sadabhami. Bhami means I am aware of myself. So same thing is chit. Now it is very easy to say because everyone experiences that I exist and I know that I am. Is there anybody who doesn't know that whether he is existing or not? Everyone knows. Are you alive or not? Everyone is aware of that. But the next point, and that is Ananda Rupa. I exist, I know, I am aware of my existence. That is also not very difficult to understand. But the third aspect of that self, and that is I am Ananda Rupa. That is, somehow is not understood by people. And that's why we run to the different objects to get that happiness. But when that realized person said, I am Ananda Rupa, on what basis he is saying? What is the logic behind it? Though that this text actually doesn't require anything because already the Manan has been done. But for us to know that why he says that he is Ananda Rupa and why I don't say myself that I am not Ananda Rupa. See, the logic for this is I am of the nature of bliss. A beautiful logic has been given, and that is Aham asmi sadabhami kadachin naham apriya. I love myself all the time. Is it true or not? I love myself. No. I love my house. I love my mobile. Okay, you love all that. But what you love the most? I love myself the most. Okay? This is the experience of each and every one. Now the next point is, wherever there is a joy, there, my love is there. Wherever there is a joy, love will be there. If there is no joy, I just try to, ignore it, forget, or I don't move towards that thing. So if I am loving myself maximum, the most, means there has to be happiness, ananda in there. Is it true or not? This logic, did you understand? Wherever joy is there, love is there. Equation bana lijiye. You make 3 equations. Wherever joy is there, love is there. Now try to see whom you love the most. I love myself the most. If I love my house. Oh, but something happens to that house, I immediately leave that house. Means I love myself more than that house. You must have heard Gurudev's statement. Love is measured by sacrifice and identification. If I am sacrificing something, means I don't have that much of love or attachment for that. To save myself, I give up everything. But why are you saving so? No, there is a joy. So, I am never non-dear to myself. It is said, apriya. my existence is always dear to me. Why you love so much? If there was unhappiness or sorrow or worry, then I would not have loved myself. So this proves that I am of the nature of Ananda. Did you get the point? And earlier also I told that everybody is running towards Ananda because my nature must have been what? Ananda. Otherwise I would not have run towards that. And that's why every time, we wish a person, what we say, happy New Year, happy birthday, everything is happy. That's why Pujya Gurudev gave the motto of this. Our mission also is maximum happiness to maximum people for maximum time. But some people are very expert, in giving maximum sorrow to maximum people in minimum time. So why this happiness always we wish? Because that nature is that. Everyone wishes that, but they don't know how to get that happiness. Once to Pujya Gurudev in airport, that attendant, he just wished him, have a nice day. Gurudev said, how? He never expected that somebody will ask. So we all the time struggling to get that happiness, because aham ananda rupa. So two logics, through two reasoning we can understand. My nature is happiness because I am again and again trying to get that. And second, I love myself maximum. So this person, a realized soul, he has understood that. And that's why he is not beggar of happiness. He is a giver of happiness now. We all are beggar of happiness. We go to, different, not people, but different objects. In front of TV, we say, give some happiness. To ice cream, we say, give me some happiness. But here is a person who is the source of happiness. In fact, we all are source of happiness. But because of that covering, we are not understanding that. So, Chidananda Rupaha Shivoham Shivoham. And nothing can be more, auspicious than my true nature. When happiness is there, auspiciousness has to be there. Without this consciousness being present in this body, I cannot be called myself as auspicious. This body is not at all auspicious. Because of the presence of this touch of Gurudev used to say, touch of consciousness, this dirty, filthy body also is shining. That's why in Bhaj Govindam what Shankaracharya says, Yavat pavano nivasati de tavat pruchhati kushalam ge paschat bharya vibhyati tasmin kaya. That line I want to. Bharya vibhyati tasmin kaya. When that person leaves, that person is dead, then even that wife also doesn't want to look at it. So what was that because of which that body was, so charming and attracting? Because of that. Otherwise, bharya vibhyati tasmin kaya. Gatavati vayo deha paye. So auspicious. In Hindi they say, if that consciousness is not there, Shiva is not there, then there will be Shava only. Shava means dead body. Shavoham Shavoham. So Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. That is me, this is my, real identity. And what I am not, Mano Buddhi Hankara Chitta Ninaham. I am not mind. I am not mind. I am not intellect. I am not ego. And I am not chitta. Chitta is memory. In Vedanta, this is known as Antahkarana Chatushtaya. Antahkarana means, Anta means inner, Karan means instrument. So it is known as inner instrument. All these four are instrument, apparatus, equipment by which I interact with the world outside. So mind is a tool, intellect is a tool. Now what is mind? When it is said, you are not mind. Yes. No one says that I am mind, but definitely I am identifying with the mind and I become that. For example, thought of anger comes, I become angry. Thought of greed comes, I become what? Greedy. So, unknowingly, I think that I am mind. Because whatever mind is doing, I think I am doing that. But actually, mind is different and I am different. Why? Because I can see all the thoughts. And you must be knowing the definition of mind is flow of thoughts. Mind is not a thought, or mind is not a stagnant thought. It is a flowing thought. Like a river. Many people, they are so extrovert that they don't think in this direction. Once I asked, do you know what is mind? He said, I don't know. I said, never mind. I will tell you. So people are so extrovert all the time thinking about word, but never they turn their attention toward themselves and try to see. So when we sit for meditation, we come to know that, there is one entity that is known as mind. And mind without thought cannot exist. Like a river without water cannot exist. They go hand in hand, they go together. So if thoughts are very disturbing, mind is disturbing. And then I become disturbed. Why? Because I am identifying. Here what he says, this mind intellect, they are like a tool or equipment. When I write with that pen, I am very clear that pen is different from me. Same way here. Tomorrow we will see more about it. Mano, buddhi, ahankara, chitta, aham. Chitta means memory. Like in the computer and mobile, we have that chip. Everything is stored in that. In the same way, Bhagavan has put chitta in us. And it has no limit. Infinite capacity. Not GB or MB or what. How many things we can store in that? So that is chitta. And ego. Ego is I am. The thought of, I. Everyone has got some identity. I am so and so, I am so and so. So this ego is not pride. This aham bhav in Vedanta is called as ahankar. This ahankar is different from that pride and vanity which is used in common parlance. A person who is very rich and he says, I am the richest, that is pride. But in Vedanta, if I say I am man, that is also ego. I am a human being, that is also an ego. So, by further, contemplating upon this point, we come to know even this I thought also is not me. It is not real me. This I thought is also relative. As long as you are in the job, you say I am a teacher. But once you are retired, then you are no more teacher. That I thought is removed. I thought also come and go. When you go to sleep, that time you are not engineer, doctor, husband, wife. Tatra mata amata bhavati, pita apita bhavati. Means this I thought also rises and then dies. But from where that rises, that is me. Consciousness is the substratum of that I thought also, aham vritti. So this aham vritti is you can say, empirical reality, relative reality, but not absolute reality. In outside world, yes, you have, if someone asks, who are you, you have to say, don't say that, don't keep mum. No, just now I heard, I am not this, I am not this. You have to say, but within you have to understand. Everything is what? In relation with something. Yesterday I was telling that everything is relative. In management talks, we talk about success and all that. So that time we say, success is relative. So somebody said, yes. Because the moment person is successful, all relatives come. Guruji always says, all our, relatives, they are called relatives, not absolutes. So same way, our identity also is relative. But when we meditate and when we contemplate on ourselves, then we come to know, oh, these are all for transaction only. That is not real me. So this person is abiding in that true nature and is established in that. That's why he says Chidananda Rupa Shiva. Now, sit for 2 minutes, you close your eyes. I will chant this and just be aware of that. That's all. Don't have to sing, I will sing, just listen to it. Manobudhyahankarachittanina nacha srotrajimve nacha grananetre nacha vyoma bhumi na tejo na vayu nacha vyoma bhumi na tejo na vayu chidananda rupa shivoham shivoham chidananda rupa shivoham shivoham shivoham. Just sit for 2 minutes and try to remember what you heard. Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om. In the evening class, we will be discussing a text, very, very sweet text, written by Pujya Guruji, and it is based on Ramayana. Devotion in Ramayana. So morning we will think of knowledge, highest knowledge. In the evening, devotion. And the name of text is Manasa Bhakti Sutra. Sutra means aphorism. You must have heard about Narada Bhakti Sutra. In the same line it is written by Pujya Guruji. But all the thoughts are taken from Ramayana, Ramcharitmanas. So it is very, very nice text. So please attend that also. So in the morning we will be seeing this NirvanaShatakam. Tomorrow when you come or evening when you come, you must bring your book also along with you and bring 2 to 3 more people with you. Swamiji, this is difficult. Even we will come or not, we don't know. But I have full trust that you will be coming. So try to encourage other people also. Because more you call other people, your punya also will be multiplied. Oh, Swamiji, that is good thing. Yes. So please do that. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Swamiji, for the very enlightening satsang. I think we all would agree that it is a great way to start the morning with this thought that I am the fountain of infinite bliss and the fountain of infinite joy, rather than conditioning ourselves with the limited identities that we think of ourselves. So thank you very much, Swamiji. As we all know, we have the beautiful opportunity of having Swamiji for the next 4 days. So morning classes will continue until Sunday morning. Breakfast is served, so please have your prasad after the talk. Evening, as Swamiji has mentioned, 7 to 8:30 at the same place on Honest Bhakti Sutra. We look forward to seeing you in the evening. A couple of other announcements. So today's breakfast diksha has been lovingly sponsored by Ms. Avanti Kundalia and family. We pray that may Puja Gurudev's grace and blessings be on her. Those who are interested to offer diksha in the morning, please contact either Jay or myself or any of our volunteers. The Gita project is on, so please contact Rajuji or Mrs. Varda Sivadasan at the bookstall. We are giving Puja Gurudev's Bhagavad Gita at an extremely subsidized rate, so kindly avail this opportunity. All other books and CDs are also available here and at our bookstall upstairs. If you're interested, please do contact us. Thank you and see you in the evening. Hare Krishna.